Good morning to you, good evening, good afternoon, whatever. It's your boy Kev Eternal back with another video. Sorry for the delay, my bad. Uh, I've been going through some stuff, and I always say I'm gonna do more videos, but I'm going through stuff. And being on the truck makes me feel like I'm in prison at times. I feel like I'm in a bunk, like a prison bunk. Like it's bunk beds in there, a little refrigerator, a little microwave, and I don't know, I feel trapped. I feel like, well, I did feel trapped. I feel like I couldn't escape it. I don't know how to do things, like, hey, set things up. I was like, got me a little laptop, whatever. I still feel a little stuck, but I did hit. My homeboy helped me appreciate something, so that helped me. My last home time, which was in April, which we are in right now, earlier in April. Now, last home time I had in March, things went bad, things went downhill, just had emotional issues. But this home time was a lot better. And my homeboy was bringing out some points out to me, and it's like letting go of the pain or whatever. Like, you forget about different circumstances and stuff, but you never forget about the pain. And that was major because I didn't really think about it like that. And it's like, I used to get beat as a kid for stuff I didn't do, by my mother, other things like that. And you remember the pain. And then when I had difficult conversations or other things like that, the pain would come, and then I would always have random pains throughout my life, throughout my arms and legs and calves and different things of that nature. So I don't even remember all of the events that took place, but my body stored the pain. And so my body always remembered the pain, so therefore I would avoid certain circumstances or different things like that, and I processed the pain wrong. And so that was a major breakthrough. Like, it hit me ton of bricks. Like, why can't you let go of the pain? And I've been carrying this pain, and the pain would cause anger because I hated this pain, and it just opened up a whole new world of thinking for me. So that's the theme of this video: letting go of the pain. And it even affected my relationship with God. My homeboy was talking about, oh, you're in darkness and stuff like that. You got to get out of darkness. Well, why am I in darkness? Well, I don't have a relationship like that with God. And then talking about the pain brought me back. Okay, why did I get beat for no reason, for stuff that I didn't do? And so that pain hurt me and bothered me. And then I would see other stuff happen, other people go through pain. And then I linked that to, like, God, like, well, why God didn't protect me or these other people from pain, even circumstances in the Bible where people were killed or different things like that. Like, well, if God's so loving, why would he allow, pain like this and stuff like that? And so that's something that always bothered me, and I never allowed myself to get into a real good relationship with God. I, read the Bible and say I want to get better with God and different things like that, and I will pray. But I don't feel like I was making progress like I should. But that home time and talking about the pain and stuff helped me have a breakthrough to see, like, okay, well, God is working with me. He is softening my heart. He's little by little working with me. It's like each home time, and as I think and meditate on certain things, I'm making improvements, in different areas of my life. So that pain issue was a major one, because I would have phantom pains or pains in my legs and all that stuff. So once I, was brought up, like, why you keep holding on to the pain? You'll forget about other stuff, scenarios and stuff, but you won't let go of that pain. Well, it's almost like I've been carrying it so long, I don't know what else to do. And it's like this pain made me anger, and it made me rageful. And then I felt strong enough to tear down stuff. But see, that's the thing. I can, I realize it's easy to tear things down to build things up. So it's easy to hold on to the pain and the anger because it allows me to tear things down. I feel like I'm doing something. And I'm also feeling like, okay, I had to experience this pain, so you're going to feel this pain. And since I'm an expert and know what hurt me, I will use that same hurt and pain to try to flick that onto others, which is bad karma and other things like that. So I was like, okay, a lot of things started to make sense in my life. And so, I'm at the point now, I was like, okay, yeah, I want to let go of the pain. And once I decided, okay, I'm going to let it go, the pain, a lot of the pain that I've been feeling like in my calves, my thighs, arms, disappeared. It's my subconsciously, my body held on to the pain to help me be angry, to help me, I don't know, motivate me to do something. I don't know what it is. I need to see a therapy. I talked about it before getting therapy, and I do see the importance now of even more definitely getting a therapy. I don't know when. It's like, my schedule. I remember my therapist I did before, she said that you couldn't have therapy on the truck unless you weren't driving. I was like, wow. But then I was like, why? But then I was talking about some of my childhood pain and different things like that where I would get stuck. And so I was like, well, okay, that makes sense. That they don't want you driving. And I'll touch on the stuck part. I used to get so upset and angry that I would become like paralyzed and I couldn't move. And a lot of times as a kid, they thought I was just joking around or I'm just being silly or I'm being difficult, but I wasn't. I dealt with some emotional pain to the point where I would be stuck. I couldn't move. It's almost like sleep paralysis, but during the day. It's like weight paralysis. And I did research on it just recently and kind of find out that is a thing. And so it's like I wasn't lying and stuff like that. That was happening to me, but my mother's passed away now, my father passed away and stuff like that. So I can't even talk to them about it. Maybe my sisters maybe they might remember. But I probably ain't even gonna bother them with it. I'll speak to a therapist about it so I can fully understand the situation. And things like that. But that was a major breakthrough. I'm not doing the YouTube videos like I'm supposed to. I'm not doing things like I'm supposed to because I can't think of anything creative that I want to do. But one thing I could do is destroy and tear somebody else down and make them feel pain the way I feel pain. And so it's like, well, that's stupid. Well, I'm in darkness. I'm still hurt. I haven't let go of the pain. And holding on to that pain is causing havoc in my mind and havoc in my body. And so understanding that concept is starting to, okay, I'm being released and free. Like, okay, now I can start, certain repressed memories are starting to come up. Like, okay, all right, this is why I don't have a relationship with God like I should. I don't trust him. I wasn't protected from pain. I'm seeing other people going through pain. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, God's unloving or whatever, whatnot, what have you, and stuff like that. And I realize that's wrong. And it's just my interpretation of it. And, I prayed on it some more. And I was even thinking about the ransom sacrifice of Jesus Christ. He died for all of us. He dealt with excruciating pain. Why? Out of love. He wanted to save mankind, so he dealt with excruciating pain. And torture, being flogged and crown of thorns and being punched and spit at, and then the crucifix itself, nails being into hands and feet, bones being broken, just excruciating pain. And he dealt with all of that out of love. So if he's willing to deal with pain out of love to save mankind, it's just God's wisdom is higher than mine. So it's like, me being imperfect is saying like, why is pain is this? But if he's willing to deal with that, who am I to complain? And then too, I was thinking about the case of Job. I got to go read the Bible of Job, where Job lost his family and different things like that, but he maintained his faith, and then he got blessed with more. And then that story used to bother me back in the day. Like, okay, well, what about the kids that died? He got new kids, but what about the ones that died and, house collapsing on them and other horrible things? And, I was just thinking about the pain of that. But Jesus came after Job. And so it's, slowly starting to see, okay, well, God's got a greater plan. Why is there pain? Why is there this? Why is that? Well, there's a plan being worked on, and I'm just an imperfect person. And eventually there will be no more pain and sorrow and different things like that. But God's got a greater reason for why this happens and why it's allowed. And if his son, Jesus Christ, can willing to endure excruciating pain out of love, then I should be imitating Jesus. I should be loving. So whatever pain that was inflicted upon me wasn't nowhere near as great as his. So who am I to keep holding on to this pain and wanting to hurt others and holding on to this anger? Let it go. And so I still need help with it. I'm still going to get therapy, but just a lot of pain and my body has been released. A lot of weight has been released off me. Even this video I'm doing right now, I'm flowing a little bit more because I'm just speaking naturally what happened to me, what's going on. And it's like, before it's like, oh, I gotta make money, I gotta do a YouTube video, get off the truck, all I did was focus on negative things, and then everything is just, should I do this, but that, it stresses me out. But now I'm feeling a lot lighter, I'm feeling a lot better, and here I'm doing a video, for myself and for anyone who might be going through something. So like I said, that's just the pain of this video. This is where I'm at in my progress in life. Is finally got to another milestone in my recovery and my journey to become the best version of myself. Like, wow, like you keep holding on to that pain. I remember even time where I kept blaming everyone else for my problems. And I said, I want nothing to do with anybody. And I just want to be alone. And I just wanted to be alone. I didn't want nothing to do with nobody. And then I got to a point where I was alone. I was solo driving trucks. And my mental health went worse. Because I'm thinking all the negative stuff that happened to me. I'm still holding on to the pain, holding on to anger. And then there's no one there to kind of push back on it and help me to reason with it. So I'm just angry, and then it just builds up, and I'm having like mini heart attacks. I'm having headaches. It feels like pins or needles are in my forehead. I feel like acid is flowing through my heart. My heart is hurting and it's boiling. And I'm drenched in sweat. My shirt is just drenched. And I'm driving at night. And it's like I got the air conditioner on, but I'm drenched in sweat because my blood is boiling. My heart is pumping acid and everything because I'm so in a state of anger of different things that happened to me, and even creating scenarios. My body became addicted to the pain and anger, where even if there's nothing there, it's creating scenarios based on something that might have happened, and then it's just taking it to the next level. Creating a whole movie about it, and my mental health went worse when I was around nobody. And I feel bad because I was like, now that I'm learning this stuff, I'm 42, you see, I said in the other video, you see the gray hairs, you see the white hairs. Both my parents are gone. It's like, dang, I can't even take this information and have a good conversation with them. But that's why I gotta have faith that God's got a greater plan. Eventually I'll see him if my heart's in the right condition. I'm sure there's words I don't know, but they didn't know. They didn't know a lot of this stuff. A lot of stuff I'm learning now is new. Even some of the psychology that people are coming out with now, is like they're learning more and more techniques and different things like that. So it's like, can they really be blamed for the stuff they did? So it's just about letting go. I was reading that. I was watching a video the other day, Brian Tracy. But lots of people talk about this stuff. And he was like, 4 people you need to forgive. 1, your parents. I forgot what different reasons, but one of them was at least they gave you life. You know, they did the best job they can, at least they gave you life. Number 2, people from past relationships that didn't work. Wish them the best and, forgive them and wish them the best. Number 3, everyone who ever hurt me, forgive and forget. And number 4, myself. You got to forgive yourself. And, hey, that was then. This is now. I forgive myself completely. And that's what I've been struggling to doing is like, hey, look, forgive everyone, let go of the pain, and just move forward. And now I can see myself doing it now because it's like, I forgot about certain things, but I never forgot about the pain. And I use that pain as, this happened to me. And I use that to hurt others and to push others away. Like, I never want to feel that kind of pain again. I hear of other stories. My mind became, I don't know if I'm using the word right, biased. I don't know what, cognitive dissonance, whatever, where every time I hear a story, someone going through pain, I hold on to that. See, that's what I'm trying to avoid. And so therefore, I use my pain in other people's vein to kind of push people away so I can avoid dealing with them. When I can't deal with them, I find ways to hurt them or sabotage the relationships to, in a sense, push people away so I can be by myself. Because ultimately, I don't want to feel that pain that I felt before and I'm still feeling. So it's like, wow, major breakthroughs, major stepping stones in my recovery. I ain't healed yet. I need therapy, but this is a major step in the right direction for me. So I'm so happy. That last home time was very good. And even sometimes I get mad at my homeboy, for saying certain stuff or bringing up certain things and stuff like that. But I'm like, he's actually, helping me. And that's helping me see, like, I see videos on YouTube of people, talking about God spoke to them and this and that. And I'm like, well, God don't speak to me and this and that. And then this situation helped me see like, hey, God deals with people in different ways. Everyone is different. And so God's not going to speak to me the way he speaks to other people. And so I realized God has been speaking to me through my homeboy and other different channels. It's just like, I'm just been so stubborn, hard-headed. God has always been using people to reach out to me, but I'm just being so stubborn and stuff. So certain other events had to occur almost to get me to where I'm in now, to where it's like, okay, now I can start to set the learning and different things of that nature. So it's like, it's all part of the plan. It had, stuff had to happen to get me here. I wish I would have learned my lesson before, but hey, I was that stubborn, that hurt, that broken, whatever. I don't know. I just gotta, forgive and forget, let it go. Like, hey, whatever happened, happened. These things had to happen for me to get to the point here. I wish it would have went a different way, but a lot of it's partly my fault. And, just different things like that. But I'm accepting total responsibility, accountability for my actions. I was stubborn and stuff. So certain things might have had to occur. The pain I'm feeling on the truck, the pain I'm feeling when I was solo, all this stuff is like, it's all might have had to happen for me to finally wake up and realize. And as hurt as I am, I have to be happy. Now I'm older, I got gray hairs, but I was like, hey, at least you're gaining salvation. At least finally you're starting to learn and wake up what happened to you, why you act the way you act, and then I can start moving forward and build up an actual loving relationship with God. It's like the Bible says God is love. Well, I used to say always, I don't believe in love. And then my homeboys bringing out, well, if you don't believe in love, then you don't believe in God. And so then why would God want to keep you around if you don't believe in him and don't believe in love? And I'm like, I didn't think about it like that, So all this got me to this point. All the things that happened to me and happened to others or whatever, at least I'm in a position now where I can gain salvation or, maybe I had it before, I don't know, but at least now, my eyes been opened more to a way. They never been open before, and my mind's been open. So that's been a major issue, letting go of the pain. So that's my story, and I probably could talk more, but I want to, have a hour-long video. So that's the major breakthrough I've been feeling good about, and that's my encouragement to you. If you find anything in this video, like, hey, is that something? Let go of the pain. You always hear forgive and forget, but what about the pain? I never thought about, like, what about that pain? Let the pain go too. I might have heard it before, I don't know, but this is something that's been pronounced to me. So that's just something I've been sharing with you guys. My story. If you can gain something for it, that's good. We all got to help each other, and this is part of my testimony. And as I trying to draw closer to God and seeing what's stopping me. Well, the pain was a major obstacle in my way, and the devil been using that against me. But I don't want to dwell on that. I'm just going to take accountability for my actions. The way I process it is caused a major obstacle in my life. So I'm happy to have, like my homeboy, other people actually showing love and bringing that to my attention and stuff like that. And so it's like God has been speaking to you. Just you watching too many YouTube videos or whatever. Oh, God spoke to me this way, or God spoke to me that. And it's like, dog, realize you're different. And God has been all this time reaching out to you. It's just you keep being stubborn. So, it just different methods had to be used, or just more times going by. But God never abandoned me. And he's constantly still reaching out to me and recommending his love. Like I said, he sent his son Jesus to die for us, and Jesus dealt with excruciating pain, all out of love to save us. So if Jesus is willing to deal with some pain, who am I to keep holding on to whatever little pain that I've been allowing to accumulate? So I'm taking responsibility for myself, and I'm letting it go, and I'm asking God to help me let go of the pain and soften my heart, and to be more open to love and everything like that. And I even see my life getting better, even getting married. Before, I couldn't ever see myself getting married. Like, how can I lead? I just couldn't see myself doing certain things because I just had no motivation to even create and go places and do stuff. I wanted to control everything, and because I'm trying to avoid pain. And so I procrastinated and all this other stuff like that. But now I see myself moving forward. So little by little, I'm getting there. Little tank engine, whatever. Train that could, little Thomas, whatever. Little by little, chugga. I'm moving slow, but I'm moving. And I feel good. And I thank you for your time when you watch this video. And I can't wait to see where this channel goes. I mean, I might have to start a new channel for some other stuff or whatever, but just putting accountability out there, put myself, it's like you always trying to look good, trying to look a certain way, trying to create a certain image. So I would never want to do stuff like this because I didn't think it made me look cool or anything like that, but I'm a lot older now and everything like that, and all I thinking is stupid. So I'm putting myself out there to the world, like, hey, man, I made a lot of mistakes. I carried a lot of pain. I didn't put faith in God. I put more faith in man and had more fear of man than I should have. So that's my fault. I'm taking accountability for what I've done. And, I'm going to forgive myself, my parents, and everybody. And just keep praying to God to help me just move forward, get the proper help, and move in a better direction so then I can start helping others, I don't feel really right now I'm in a position to help others like that. So, I want to get in a better position to help others and, be loving and share and, I don't know what the future holds. I'm thinking of ways to try to be creative. As a kid, I used to do arts and crafts, draw pictures, poems. I never really pursued that as I got older because I didn't know how I could make money off of it. See, that's just being shallow. But that's one thing I want to get back into, because that's something I did as a kid, was sometimes write poems, draw little pictures and stuff like that. You know, just keep practicing drawing and just being creative. And, you know, God's a creator, so I should be imitating God and, you know, creating things and being loving, and let the love help dictate the creativity. And so that's all I got for you today. It's been a little over 25 minutes so far. So thank you for your time. If you watched all this video, like and subscribe, and on this journey. And that's it. That's the phrase of the day or the month or to next time. Please let go of the pain. It'll benefit you and the others around you. And until the next time, peace and love. Thank you so much. Bye.